Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. First of all, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Wahyu Firdaus. My student number is 8320200067, and I'm from Group 6 SEGA at Muhammadiyah University of Surakarta. In this occasion, I would like to talk about rule speakers, POI, and timing in British debating system. And let's see, check it out. Okay, this is a rules of speakers. The first middle is the place of podium, the speech of the speaker, and the left side is opening government, and then the following closing government, and the right side is opening opposition, and the following is closing opposition, and then the below is adjudicators, and the following the back of the below, and the audience. This is of the rows of speakers. And the next slide is the first table is government. Government defines the topic and provides debatable and the cast not tourist, and should predict the opposition's arguments, and should cover as much controversy as possible, should have the best possible arguments you can come up with. And the following prime minister, and the prime minister is defines the motion, states the case division or split between the speakers, and the next produce and their positive matters, and two until three arguments, and the first sentence to state your position or explain it further, and the second major forms of supports or examples, philosophical points, quotes, and others. And following develop your arguments, summarize this a powerful rhetorical conclusion. So because we need to confront this challenge, we are put to purpose. And the next slide is Deputy Prime Minister. Deputy Prime Minister is a rhetorical introduction and preview your speech, answer the opposition's criticisms, and point out what part of their case they didn't deal with, and don't be polite to the opposition's arguments, and continue with your part of the constructive case. Spend half of your time on your constructive matter. And the first opposition and response to the government case creates its own positive matters and covers as many of the opposing arguments as possible. And the following leader of opposition, a powerful introduction mentioned that you accept the government's definition if you do, and preview your case about the government's case. You need to be specific and organized, and spend no more than half of your speech on the government's arguments. Develop at least two of your arguments. Do not use defensive arguments, such as not everyone will cooperate, but offensive ones. It is dangerous and harmful. And the last one, conclusion. And the next slide is deputy leader of opposition. Answer the government's defend your attack, and spend our time on their new argument, rebuttal, and substance your speaker's arguments, present your new constructive matter. And the second table is plan, but be flexible, prepare for as many continuance as possible. The government and the opposition would need an extension. Extension is produce a new positive case, is consistent with the first table, but provides a different perspective. It cannot contradict the first table. Do not backstep. And the next slide is what is a POI? Speakers in the British parliamentary format must be able to provide point of information or POI or rebuttals to the opposing team. To express a rebuttal, the speaker can stand up or say point or points of information, while the speaker from the opposition team is speaking. Speakers from the opposing team can accept or reject the rebuttal. If they accept, then the team that raises the rebuttal has 15 seconds to ask question, present comparative facts, or present arguments to bring down the opposing team's speaker. POIs are very important in the British parliamentary debate system as they allow for interaction between speakers from all four teams. However, POIs cannot be submitted at the first and last minute of each speaker. Only speakers from opposing teams can express POIs to speakers who are currently arguing, while speakers from teams occupying the same position cannot do so even though they are from different teams. For example, when the opening and closing actions of the opposing party or opposition speak, the opening and closing faction of the uprising team can be submit POIs. But the closing faction of the opposition of the other team cannot. The next slide is time of the POI. This the first minutes protected time no POIs, and this is for the dangerous or the something like that. And the second times until the six times, and points of information POI can be asked, and the last times or shift times protected time no POIs. And the next opening government, opening opposition, the following prime minister, leader of the opposition, deputy prime minister, deputy leader of the opposition, and the next closing government, closing opposition, member of the following member of the government, member of the opposition, government whip, opposition whip. Each speaker is given 7 minutes to deliver their speech. Between the first and the 6 minutes, The speaker of the opposing party can request interruptions or POI. If accepted, the speaker who requested the interruption was given a maximum of 15 seconds to submit a question which the speaker had to answer before continuing their speech. And thank you for the attention, the much attention. And this video, I would like to appreciate it. And that's pretty, pretty much it for this video. The last I say, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.